Yo. Hi. Hard breathing through kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, but what baby? It's a dazzle thing, karibu tu caliente. Give me this fun fight, girl. I'm here to conquer, girl. In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. Enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. I'm a bigger man, careful, girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready, big man tea. My people crazy, you better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati spola pole wese miuronga mama sita miufanya madem wenye wanabaki kujishika iwe dance ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabana tuko party tunabana weekend twende your hashtag.
Whoa, what's up? You here? What's going on, everybody? Hey, John Sanders with Limitless Hoops. I'm coming at you today on, I don't know what today's date is, but it's a Monday. All right, so get ready for everything that we're doing. All right, what's poppin', Taz? Bye, Taz. He's going to practice. All right, best reason to miss basketball is for basketball. So great job with that. Make sure that you're working hard. We got Kieran and Declan Louth in the audience. Hi. And Teo Trujillo, what's up? All right, let's get started right away. We got our basketball tournament is up on the website officially. Okay, this one is the green one, the St. Patrick's Day one. All right, don't come to the game drunk. All right, but it is a St. Patrick's Day tournament. You don't have to wear green if you don't want to wear green, but if you want to wear green, I guess you can do so. Maybe make it your sock, but not your jersey because we are not green. All right, but that will be on the March 18th. It's actually the day after St. Patrick's Day, but it's still called the St. Patrick's Day tournament. All right, so we signed up for that. We do not know when we play. That's the silliest question, but a lot of people ask it. I get emails with that all the time, and basically they're going like, all right. Let's say that we were okay with playing. And tell us what time the game is. And what if I was like, okay, we play at 10, 12, and 2. And they were like, whoops, we can't do that. We can only play at nighttime. And then everyone said that, and then we didn't have a team. I mean, then what happens to those 10, 12, and 2 games? Do I play? I mean, what do we do? How about change the time? Oh, I guess then we have to change the time. Okay, then we'll change the time to when everyone else could play. Then we have a new schedule, and why did I even tell you a schedule in the first place? Right? So it's completely dependent on you guys. So how about you guys just tell me, I suppose, like when you could play, I suppose. But better than that, it would be, I'm playing that day. And if you're like, but I have a birthday party, I got a soccer game, I got 12 Xbox games to play, I got a science fair project, I don't know what to tell you. It's just that your life's too busy to be a good basketball player. It's just how it is. You can't have it all. You can't be like, I want to be a pro basketball player, and I want to be in the glee club, the yearbook committee, play every single sport in my entire school, and like just completely have no time to become that player. That's just not how life works. And just know that isn't what makes life unfair. That's what makes life fair. Because I've heard people like arguing one day. It was like a parent arguing in a lobby in California. I just remember it like it was yesterday. Their kid goes to De La Salle, and they were like, all these kids at De La Salle ruined my son's career. My son got cut from the freshman team, but all the kids that made the team, they played for year-round basketball programs growing up. You know what I'm saying? And like, we went on vacation. She's literally saying this. I'm not exaggerating. She's like, we had him play in 5 different sports. Like you're supposed to do. So how is that fair to us? How is that fair to us? We did all the right things. We had our kid play many sports. We went on vacations. We did all the right things. But they played year-round sports, never took time off. So how is that fair to us? And I'm like, listen, that is fair. If you think that those things were good. If you think that him playing multiple sports was good, that means that the other people didn't have that. So their lives are worse. But they get to play in high school and your kid does not. So it was fair to you back then, and it's unfair now, and it was fair to them right now, but it was unfair to them back then. You have to make a choice. You like literally can't have your cake and eat it too. All right. Speaking of cake, I just finished some cake. That's crazy. Oh my God. All right. So yes, try not to be like that. Understand that, like, guys, you have a choice to make. It's just how it is, and that's how life is in general. You can't do it all. You can't say, like, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there, when there's only one place where you can possibly be. And that sucks. You do have to make some choices. And to ask a young kid to make those choices is especially tough, but it's how it is. All right, moving on. Sorry. Make sure that you guys sign up for that tournament. So we have all the teams that we need to have, because if you do not sign up in time and try to sign up late, that's when things get packed. I can easily put in 6 teams, or I can put in 2. If only 10 people sign up, okay, then I'll put in 1 team. But then, like, let's say the last day, the day before, 10 people sign up. Well, now we have 20 people for 1 team, and I have to say no to 8 of them because we have a limit with 12. If I lower that limit to 10, we'll get more mad people. So try to sign up early if you possibly can. It helps a world of things. Moving on, our YouTube video of the day. What was it? It was the conspiracy theory. Conspiracy time. Basically, it's was the CP3 draft of the veto of it by David Stern, was that like wrong? Basically, so you don't have to listen to it. The NBA owned the New Orleans Hornets at the time, or whatever they were called. Pelicans, Hornets? I don't know. But that was the team that was proposing the trade, and then the Lakers wanted to trade. And then I think Houston, something like that, wanted to trade as well. All the trade was already done. But then some of the owners argued and said, hey, that's going to make the Lakers way too good. And David Stern, who was the commissioner at the time, said, I agree, so screw it. And then he made New Orleans back out of the trade. Why that's weird is because he's not only the commissioner, but he's also like the owner of the team. So it's like, because the NBA owned that one team. So it was like his hands were in 2 different pots, so he had 2 different hats. And like, that's just the weirdest of it. It's nothing more than that. But it did change the entire NBA landscape, because maybe the Lakers would have traded for someone else if they weren't waiting that long. And it's like this whole big thing where maybe it did sabotage a few different franchises. And seeing as where like New Orleans didn't even do that well after that, it also sabotaged them possibly. So it's a weird thing, but you can watch the video online. And I think that's it. So let's move on. We got our quote of the day. What are we talking about? Oh, Kieran just signed up. I saw that. I get the messages on my little watch. Quote of the day is stay hungry. All right. No, do not stay hungry in terms of your health. Stay hungry in terms of like your passion and you want it. All right. It's a very hard thing. It sounds very simple, but it's extremely difficult to stay hungry, because time will just pass by and it'll like make you just kind of like feel like everything's normal. And you'll get like complacent. Complacent is like you'll get basically like lazy. All right. Whereas when you first got cut, or when that dude first like beat you, or when you first saw Michael Jordan dunk it, or whatever was your inspiration to go down this path where you're going really, really hard, you're going to sooner or later either forget about that, or it's not going to mean as much to you because time has passed. staying hungry is it's it's like the persistence that you need to become great. You must never forget the reason that you started out along this road. So in a lot of movies, probably in real life too, people put pictures on their bathroom mirror of like their arch enemy or like the reason why they're doing this. Like, this is for my mom, like that kind of stuff. And that's their constant reminder. It would not hurt you to have a constant reminder. For me, that was in the form of a fake tattoo that I would write on my hand. Here, I'll draw it out for you guys so you can see it. So basically, I would draw this on my hand every single day. And it looked like this. Let me see, like that, like this. So I guess, it's not like a legit like word, I suppose, but it looked like this. Let's see if I can focus it right there. It looked like that, and I drew it on my hand, like right here on my left hand. And people were like, "You should have a tattoo of it." But I drew it right there because you could like easily write right there. And I saw my hand a lot, so it just reminded me to try very, very hard. All right, and someone was like, "You should get a tattoo of it." I was like, "I don't want a tattoo of it," and it says, if you can read it, let me see another angle right there. It says love. All right, the L, the O, the V, and then the E. And I just like put them all together. I thought that I was like smart when I was younger. And that was like my thing that made me remember to try hard. I would look at my hand in class and I would focus more. I would be doing push-ups, wanting to quit. I would look at my hand and I would focus more. I'd be playing games, wanting to get tired, and I would go harder. All right, and it just reminded me that like the love that I had inside my heart for my passions was something that I couldn't forget about. All right, and I did it, I think, all during high school, maybe even like during college a couple of years. All right, kind of silly, kind of whatever, but that's what made me stay hungry. All right, it just reminded me that like I had a passion, I had a goal, and like, so whatever your thing is, maybe keep that. You can write something in your hand if you want to. We've had a couple of kids in the program draw that insignia on their hands. They drew it horribly, but it was still kind of cool. All right, moving on. Let's check out what we got here for the itinerary of the day. All right, for the itinerary, we soon will have 2 things going every day. Okay, soon we will split up. We will split up our teams into sections where we're gonna have. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do. Maybe 2 gyms, since they have 2 gyms at these locations, are 2 different hours. If we do 2 different hours, it's possible for you guys to do back-to-back hours. If we do 2 different hours, that 30 minutes before practice, the next group will be doing 30 minutes during the previous group's practices. So let's say that we start at 6:30 to 8 is one group. At the 7 o'clock mark, you would start your workout, but at 7:30, the next group would come in, and they would come in through 9 o'clock. All right, that kind of stretches it out for like really late though, and I would love them if they're at the same time. So possibly we just do it at 6:30 to 8 for everybody, and we put the elementary group in one group and the high school group in the other group, and then middle school can split between those 2 groups. So possibly we go like 1st through 7th grade for like kids who don't want to be with the high schoolers, so that they can go with the elementary, right? And then we can go 6 through 12th grade. So the kids who don't want to go with the elementary, they can go with the high schoolers. So we just like completely split the groups up, and you can choose whichever one that you want. Or maybe we just have just 2 gyms. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I will double it up. But with me doubling it up, I'm gonna take away Tuesdays and Thursdays. I might keep Thursdays just for open gym, but I'm definitely gonna take away Tuesdays because I want to pack the gym. All right, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be our days, because still when I speak to people, like I spent like $2,000 on advertising, spoke to so many people about our workouts, and I think a lot of them said no because we have too many days. And again, once we get the people, we can add more days. So like we just need the people. So it's really frustrating. So we do need to take away days. We tried it with more days. It didn't work. So if you guys wanted more days, maybe you should have recruited more kids. I don't know what to say. It didn't work, and it was working when we had fewer days. So I've played both sides of the game. I've gambled. I'm just going to gamble less. So I'm going to throw the Tuesday, Thursday money to everything else and go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but do double as much. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do. Probably whatever they give me for gym time. All right. Hopefully they're not at 2 different locations. They should be in the same gym. So yes. Anyways, but right now we're just doing the middle school stuff, and the middle school stuff is right above me. So, but for the future, we got the elementary school stuff. So that's coming up with the divine drill, one-on-one with personal rules, indirect Euro step, Kyrie spin to J, hurdle layups, 180 side or fake handoff. And then the stuff that we just finished was the half court game, which went well. I forgot who won it though. Who won the half court game? Was it Noah? I'm not sure. They haven't experienced it yet. Exactly, dude. We need to get them in and then trick them into experiencing, and then they will love it. But we need to get them in first. Make 20 scissor J's in 3 minutes. That's what we also did. Ball pickup layups, juke straps, hurdles, and then jingle bells. We did all that stuff last week. And then tonight we got pick and roll, pass to roll, okay? This is the one where the defense, if the defense doesn't take away the roll, we have that. And it's how you make the pass. And we're going to practice that. We might do that with defense as well, maybe. Weekend ball pounds coming up. We got bluff and recover. Bluff and recover is when you're guarding the corner guy. They drive. You don't want to leave the corner guy to go help out, but you do want to turn, show, and then close back out to your man. So it's just a bluff. Help side to close out. That's from being in the middle. How you turn, how you close out on the high side for some baseline, and then how you run back to help side as well. So we're just going to be practicing that. And then we have quick shots, shots that you have on the inside where you catch the ball, keep the ball high, score the ball high, and you keep turning around, shooting with either hand. Then the last one is fast break, post seal. When you sprint down the court, and if they beat you, you want to seal them, like deeply, so you can score a bucket. But if you beat them, then you want to stop on the free throw line and keep them behind you. All right, just to look at that real quick. All right, we have our strategy board real quick, right here. All right, where is my strategy? Let me search for it real quick. There's my strategy board. All right, so we're right here, and this big man in the yellow, he's running down the court. All right, so if he beats his man, and like his player right there, number one, he has the ball. All right. If he beats his man down the court, and this guy's behind him, he wants to stop right here and seal him so that this guy can throw the pass ahead, and only when he throws it does he release, catch, and go score it. But on the other hand, if he gets beat down the court and this guy's here, then you want to sprint down, use your momentum, and then hit this guy and seal and try to push him underneath the basket with your hands up like that and get him as deep as you can so then they can pass this ball into you. Not like that. Oh, I'm using that screen. That's funny. All right. No, you pass the ball into him, and then you can post him deeply and then dunk the ball in his face. Now, you may never be a big guy, but if you have a big guy on your team, you can teach them this, okay? Or if you're ever in this position against a smaller player, then you can do that for them as well. All right? So that's what we're doing tonight to show you a couple of the drills. First, we have the weekend ball pounds. All right? Weekend ball pounds looks like this. Just pound the ball down as hard as you possibly can. Again, if you miss it, the ball should bounce really, really high. So don't be afraid to throw the ball down hard, all right? Please understand that. And then next, for the quick shots, we get in groups. One person's rebounding, one person's passing. These are quick shots, not hold the ball for a second shots. It's just catch and shoot. All right, Noah's not shooting that fast. All right, you should already bend your legs. Notice that he's like bending his arms more. Catch it and just shoot it. All right, as fast as you possibly can with both hands. You do want to shoot over both shoulders, so understand that's what we're doing today. Moving on, let's check our homework. Did anyone post any homework? I know Kiernan did. Kiernan posted 40 minutes of stuff. All right, great workout. We got Kiernan Declan with the divine drill as well. All right, weekend ball pounds, the rhythm drill, triple cross. And if you have the book and you turn to the beginning, all right, you see our homework for the month of March. With this whole green right here, because it's freaking St. Patrick's Day coming up. All right, the homework is weekend shots. All right, make 25, 100, or 150 weekend shots per day for the entire month. They can be layups, hook shots, free throws or jumpers. All right. So that's the homework for this month. The quote for the month is, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Nice. All right. So make sure that you guys are posting the homework if you guys are doing the weekend form shot or the weekend shots. All right, weekend ball pounds. We got rhythm drills. So no one's really doing the homework. I don't believe. The Kobe Post series. Nice job, Derek, with that athletic finish. What was that? That was 22 hours ago. Is he still going to continue that? Kyrie Spin to J was done. Spin series. Nice work. Let's see what you did. The swoop layup. I noticed that your swoop layup is kind of low still. You're gathering it low. You're flinging it like that. Try to keep it high if you possibly can. Again, the fling that you're doing does not work during games. All right, let's go to our story of the day. Do you have to say anything else? Nah. Let's just watch the story of the day. All right, right, watch it. You can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and the support. All right, so we got passion, drive, focus, and support. All right, the passion. You can do anything as long as you have those four things: passion, drive, focus, and support. All right, the passion. That's the first step. Do you have a fire lit underneath you? Do you want to do it? Like, does it mean something to you? And if it does, then shoot, you're more than just a fourth of the way there. You're like halfway there, dude. If you truly have the passion and you trust people, you'll just do anything that they say. Period. There is nothing stopping you, because passion is the most amazing and dangerous thing in the entire planet. All right, it's like when a mom is protecting her baby, and you don't want to stand in the way of that, right? Because it's an unstoppable thing. It's the force that has driven our world to go from the caves to the skyscrapers. Okay, and if you have the passion, you have everything that you need. That's the energy. That's going, no, I'm going to make it no matter what. And you're fired up about stuff. You're excited constantly. You're watching basketball games all the time. You just love it, right? But after that, if you have the drive, are you the type of human being to be able to push yourself? You might love it all that you want, but if you don't ever stop watching the NBA and get up and do something, you're not going to make the NBA, right? Do you have the drive? Do you have the fortitude to get out and shoot 500 shots in a day? I was thinking about when we get our gym, I want to have a shooting hour that is a shot doctor hour. And for the shot doctor hour, he corrects your shot, he gives you prescription, all that stuff. But for the hour, there will be 6 baskets and 12 shooters. So 2 shooters per basket. And each basket will have a shooting machine. All right, and it'll spit the ball back out to you every single time. And basically what you would be doing is shoot for the entire hour. And then the shot doctor coach would come around, film you shooting, and then stop one of the 2 from shooting and bring him over to talk about his shot and correct his shot and say what he needs to do. And then he'll prescribe him a little prescription saying, you need to shoot this many shots a day. You need to come back to this thing in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it may be, right? But then the other guy at that basket, he would be shooting even faster because he's on his own. But those 12 would just shoot the entire hour as that person comes around and just talks to them for maybe 5 minutes. All right, that would be an amazing workout, but it would take a lot of drive to be able to do that. Imagine how tired your arm will be, right? But these are what the greats have done. How many shots could you shoot if you shot constantly for an hour? I say you could at the very least, get let's say 10 shots off a minute. If you shot 10 shots in a minute for the whole hour, that's 600 shots. That's a lot of shots. All right. If you did get a gym, would it only be open for practice? I can't just have it open for you to come in and just do whatever you want. But no, we would have practice a lot. If you ever needed more time, you're your own special person. I hope that you outdo what our gym could provide. Because what I would do is I would say an hour and a half every single day. And then we would have games on the weekends. So if you were
Not enough. Not enough for me. I want some more time, right? Dude, that's a pretty good start. But you would have to probably get that more time somewhere else. All right? I mean, it is what it is. But that's a great start. So start by working that often, and we'll see if you need some more time. We'll see. All right. And then the other one, besides passion and drive, you need focus. All right, so can you focus for that long, right? You want to focus for not just for like when you're mad and when you're excited, but like years from now, you want to continue to focus on like the actual things that you need to do. Do you have the focus? And then the last one is, do you have the support? You have the support of your coaches, support of your parents, support of your friends, to go out there and like you're gonna need them to like not just drive you around, but or like rebound for you, but emotional support as well. Like, are they there for you when you need them to be? All right. So seek those things, try to have those things, and again, you can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and the support. All right. So make sure that you have those things, please. All right. Moving on, we got our trivia question today. This is a hard trivia question. All right, this is a very hard trivia question. I also have to change some of these pictures. I think I'm going to change them to like basketballs or something because I've gotten a few like copyright notices. I guess you just can't use images willy-nilly. All right, so yeah, I'm going to have to change those pictures to other things. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Well, I'll figure that out. But the trivia question today, again, it's a hard one. I don't know what you guys are going to do. All right. Okay, just for context, you guys have the Nintendo Switch, right? I think it's by Nintendo, all right? And there's also like other like consoles like Xbox, but there was a handheld one back in the 90s, I think it was, and it was called Game Boy, all right? So this is a handheld console called Game Boy. The question, the trivia question today, again, you can use Google. Which former Sacramento King missed time because he injured himself playing his Game Boy? That's the question. Did that really happen? What? Someone missed games in the NBA because they hurt themselves playing on their Game Boy, dude. Like again, it's like a Nintendo Switch, all right? For you new kids on the block, okay? Who was on the Sacramento Kings and got injured playing with the Game Boy? I mean, that's a solid trivia question. I mean, I didn't know this before. I didn't know this player. I used to have his card. So first one to answer wins. Again, anyone can answer. Kieran is winning 2-0. Kieran wins every single month. That's the answer. Spelled really, really wrong, but you got it right. It is Lionel Simmons. Lionel Simmons developed tendonitis in his hand during the peak of his playing days with the Kings. He allegedly played his Game Boy so much that the act of holding it caused the tendons in his hand to tighten up and he couldn't perform on the court. Simmons played his entire 7-year career with the Kings. The Game Boy injury happened during his rookie season in 1991. Lionel Simmons, or Lionel Simpkins. Sorry I spelled it wrong, but you got the point anyway. Great job, great answer. And Teo Trujillo, you get a point for the month. It is now 2-1. Congratulations to you, my man. All right, moving on to the movie of the day. Movie of the day is Cool Runnings. This is the one movie review that I've seen Kieran and Declan do. So they can tell you more about it than I could. But this is definitely a 48, 49 rated movie out of 50. It's up there, dude. This movie is very, very good. Kind of cheesy in parts, but it's a great, great, great story. Mostly true story as well, where the Jamaicans, they instituted a bobsled team out of nowhere, even though they don't have snow. And for me, that's a call for you guys to try to do this, even though it's not in your culture. Even though basketball is not in the Colorado culture, you can still do this. Even though like no one believes in you guys, no one does it here. You don't have like the facilities to do it here, right? You can still do it like these guys did it. They were all sprinters. They got sabotaged by one of the kids who like fell down, tripped them all, and their only shot to make it to the Olympics was to do this bobsledding team, and they learned it on the spot basically, and they enthralled an entire nation or entire like world that was like watching them, cheering them on, and it's a crazy story, but it's a great story to watch. This is the third grade movie of the month, so watch Cool Runnings. All right, it's a fantastic movie for any age, I promise you. All right, moving on to our last thing, we got the picture of the day. This is Al Capone Morant. Ja Morant, he's known to his friends, carrying a gun on him. All right, guys, dude, man, he's like not just carrying a gun, because there can be responsible gun owners. He's bringing it out and flashing it on IG Live. Like, there's been other things too with like him, but also like other like kids especially. You guys have to take care of yourselves out there. I mean, I don't want to sound like too much of an adult, but you can't try to be too cool when too cool is stupid. You have to understand that there's a difference. You have to understand that your actions have consequences. Like, if you do something stupid enough, even as a kid, like right now, when you're like in 5th freaking grade, and you did something stupid enough, it could cause your entire life to be bad. Like, future employers would never like hire you. You could go to like prison. Like, it's crazy the stuff that you guys could do, even though you guys are so naive. And this guy, he's not like in 5th grade, but he's still, I mean, he's a legal adult, but he's still pretty young, and he's doing these dumb things that can like cause him millions of dollars like loss, and maybe even like his life. Where if you like do like flash the wrong thing in front of the wrong people and things like that. So be smart out there. All right, please don't be like Ja Morant. And he's not only messing up his life, he's messing up the lives of all his teammates, everyone that cheers for that team. All right, people that are trying to emulate him, things like that. All right, so please learn from this guy's mistake. All right, and don't be like that. All right, don't take care of yourself on social media. Be smart about things and think ahead. That's what we constantly preach, and I'm preaching it again today. Anyway, that's my time. Don't forget that the quote of the day is "Stay hungry." I'll see you guys tonight in Broomfield. No one signed up for Denver. We got 5 people signed up for Aurora. We'll see you guys everywhere. All right, you guys. Talk to y'all later. Cue me out with some music. Peace, y'all.
It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man.